When developing the holistic framework and talking about management, which is what it's about, I realized that there are management situations, it can be in a company, it can be in a farm, a family, anything, where something is totally blocking progress, totally blocking it. You can't go partially past it. And I used the word logjam, floating logs down the river. When the logs jam up, nothing moves them. And if you go around moving every log, you'll be there for a year. So what they do is tend to look at it from as high a point as they can and say, okay, I see which log is jamming it. They'll walk over the logs and they'll move that log and the whole lot gets going. So you only had to move one log. And so that's where I took the term from. And then, that famous poem of Kipling's, one of the lines in that is, if you can bear to hear the words you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. I'm feeling like that today because logjam's become a buzzword. Now it's lost its meaning. Now it's no use in management. So we've got to stop people somehow using that word. It's very seldom there's a logjam, but if there is, you have to identify it. And you do not identify it generally in heated discussions, and that you generally do reflectively, pulling back and saying, what the hell is going on here? Why is nothing moving? Then when you work that out, you move that log and everything moves. In holistic financial planning, we use the concept of a weak link in its chain because for the first time ever, we've got financial planning based on the photosynthetic process and the recognition that in any business, you basically have three links in a chain. You have the first link, which is really raw resource conversion. You're using your creativity as a resource. You'll be using money that you either have or you're going to earn as a resource, and you'll be using nature in some way, because there's no other. So essentially it's these. There might be a rare occasion where there's something else, but you think that out. And then you have to use your creativity to create a marketable product. If you can't create a product that can be sold, then how do you stay in business? So that product could be almost anything. It can be an hour of bird watching that people are paying for. It can be crops, it can be milk, cheese, whatever. It can be cell phones, all sorts of things. It can be education, whatever. And then once you've created that product or several products, all right, now you've got to actually market them. Now, most people, most farmers, and most people sell. And there's a very big difference, as you know, between selling and marketing. One is passive, the other is active. And so in the third link, it's really, you've got to market your product. And now you have $1 in your hand. And now that dollar is reinvested in the chain or invested elsewhere if you choose to. At any given time, within an enterprise or within the whole organization, at any given time, one of these is the weakest. And if you misdiagnose that and you pour $1,000 into the second weakest link, you have just wasted $1,000. And I see businesses, farmers doing this repeatedly, just wasting money. That we call the weak link. Now, if you've misdiagnosed it, you're wasting money on it's not holding up the business. The business is carrying on, whether it's losing or making money, it's carrying on. It's not a logjam. And so what I find now is people get into financial planning and they're looking at each enterprise and saying, what's a logjam, and really they're meaning weak link. And the logjam is pretty rare. Often it's delicate, it's difficult to talk about. I've had to analyze it many times, when I've been called in to help people. And I can tell you that what I do when I'm called in to help anyone is I simply just use our framework, which most folks like me just carry it in their pockets and makes it easy to explain to people. And if I was to be called into your business because things are going wrong or whatever, I would literally just begin with this framework. And 9 times out of 10, if there's a logjam, it's right at the top. It's not down here in the detail. People running the business, a lack of ownership in the holistic context. And that's very, very common. People have paid lip service to it. They don't believe in it. They don't hanker for that life. It doesn't happen. They're wasting their time. Yeah.